To the list.
That's a lot of energy I got from you, no mames.
This is a show. I usually start this is a show where we talk about a movie plucked out of the famous list. I am your host, Editor Prizes. With me, sometimes me compía.
Felix.
This guy usually do like some kind of gesture referring to the movie, and I didn't know what to do this one, so I did like a strangulation. And I was like, I don't know.
Why?
Because how do you fucking sign this movie? Murder. I don't know. Anyway, this is a show where we plucked out a name out of the famous list from the Geeks, Flicks, and Joysticks podcast. Mm-hmm. Watch it, view it, and review it right here for your viewing pleasure. Today, we plucked out Zodiac, bruh.
Yeah.
Released in 2007, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Anthony Edwards, and a bunch of other peoples. Directed by David Fincher himself. Zodiac is about the killings taking place between 1968 and 1983, wherein a San Francisco cartoonist becomes an amateur detective obsessed with tracking down the Zodiac Killer, an unidentified individual who terrorizes Northern California with a killing spree. This is based on a true story, bruh. Going in, what did you know about the movie, if anything, about the actual case? What was your perspective going in?
About the movie, I know it was long and that Mark Ruffalo spoke like a child. Because his voice was so... Because I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. And I've always thought like Mark Ruffalo, he's like too soft spoken.
What? I
don't. Maybe that this is like a young kid prejudice, but yeah, I've always thought Mark Ruffalo in this movie like too soft spoken. And about the case, god damn it, way I've heard several hours of podcasts talking about this shit.
Oh, word.
Damn straight.
But like I said, it's based on an actual case taking place in San Francisco. The cast, tomorrow I was watching, I was like, oh shit, Los Marbles. Like it took me a second to be like, oh, these motherfuckers are Marvel heroes in one way or villains. But we know that the director, David Fincher, usually don't fuck around.
No.
He know what he doing for the most part. Of course, he's done the very famous Seven, Social Network, and Gone Girl, just to name a few. Of course, a bunch of executive producer of House of Cards, a bunch of shit. You know, it's fucking David Fincher. Get your shit right. So the gist of it, if you haven't seen the movie, is it's from the perspective of what was the name of the fucking newspaper? The Herald?
Fuck no. God damn it.
It was a newspaper company where fucking publication where Robert Downey Jr. is like one of the head writers there, and Jake Gyllenhaal is a cartoonist. But Jake Gyllenhaal is obsessed with puzzles, and coming into the office is a cipher along with a bunch of instructions letting them know that the SFPD, the San Francisco Police Department, and the sheriff or somebody else got it as well, right? The news?
Several avenues. Three in total.
There was the cipher was split into three, so that got Jake Gyllenhaal ears perk up. Robert Grayson is the name of his character, but I'm gonna call him Jake Gyllenhaal because it's easy for me.
Yep.
And he's just like obsessed with trying to figure out the cipher. What does this mean? Because there's been killings going around the city and just no clues, no nothing. And this letter claims that he is the killer and to call himself the Zodiac, and all these different clues start to pop up. Eventually the first cipher gets solved by a school teacher and his wife, and that starts the ball rolling, and you get more clues and more murders start to happen, and this game of chicken between the Zodiac Killer that he calls himself and the SFPD, and everybody's trying to catch him. Eventually Jake Gyllenhaal gets super obsessed to try to fix this. Eventually ruining his marriage, amongst other things.
Like to a fucking sick degree.
Yeah. At one point, he calls like a morning show or whatever, but that turns out to be some bullshit. Turned out to be a crazy guy at the thing.
Shout out to crazy guy.
Shout out to crazy guy. But the way it's filmed, of course, David Fincher grabs you and puts your face up into the fire, and just everything that's happening is it's well paced. That it, even though it's a long movie, it's over like 220, right? Yeah, it's over 2.5 hours. It doesn't feel that long because you just want to figure out que pedo. Unfortunately, at the end, the movie does give you movie blue balls because it doesn't get resolved.
I mean, not just movie blue balls.
Well,
that's still the case that's the state of the case right now.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that towards the end, but yeah, not really, but yeah. But there's just so many things that it's filmed to make you try to figure out quién vergas es, you know? There's like two main guys that it's like, that fits a description, and there's some bullshit cop of like, they were saying that he was a black man, and so they were looking for a black guy.
Oh, Simon.
Also fucking racism and cop bullshit. But then it's like they were looking for a specific size of shoes, and they were looking for, you know, making sure that he works here and figuring all this shit out. And there was like two main guys that it pointed to towards the movie. The movie was pointing at the end to one, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But I found that the creepiest scene in the whole movie was the basement scene with the other guy.
Holy shit.
I couldn't breathe. That part was scary, bro, and nothing happened.
No, I mean, real talk, I had to avert my gaze twice.
See, way, that was creepy. Just the way the guy was moving, making you. So Jake Gyllenhaal comes up to this one guy who's like a movie poster guy, and his handwriting matched the letters, and there was all about this writing, and they were trying to make all these pieces of the puzzle fit. And he was looking for one guy, and then this guy or whatever. The conclusion is that Jake Gyllenhaal ends up at the basement of this guy, and just the way that the actor was being extra creepy when he didn't have to be, as a viewer, is like, it's this guy, this guy's totally, and that's what you're doing the whole time. But nothing happened. He went to the basement to show him a poster, and that's it. That's the conclusion of the visit. But the way it's shot, the music, how Gyllenhaal is acting, you're just like, run, motherfucker, run. It's scary way. And nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. And the way that they use a light bulb for the tension, you know, remember it goes out or whatever, it's just...
No, he turns it off.
He turns it off, and the guy's like behind light.
Then Jake just books it out there.
Yeah, because it makes you feel like that guy's going to attack Jake any minute now. But he don't. Nothing fucking happens. Do you think that this movie would still be cool if it wasn't a real story?
Yeah, I would think so. Cuz it was it has a slow pace.
Yeah.
But it always grips you.
But there's no filler. It's slow, but there's no filler.
No, it's always on the case. They're trying to find something out. And the pace is consistent. The acting is top fucking tier.
Yeah, everybody knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, and it's long.
Yeah,
but there comes a point where you just forget about it.
Like I said, you just don't feel it because you just want to figure out que pedo, güey.
Exactly.
You just want to know who done it. So if you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. Again, it gives you kind of blue balls because it ends kind of unsatisfying because at the time in 2007 it was still an open case, and I think it technically still is. So I'm gonna come with you with the facts, dog.
Oh man.
So the cartoonist actually did end up writing a book that turns out in real life to be the movie.
That's it? Orale.
So you feel me? So in the movie, he's writing a book about trying to get the murders and all that. And in real life, that book is this movie.
Oh, no shit.
So
perfect adaptation.
So yeah, it's adaptation of his events of what he thinks que pedo, right? So one of the first couples that homeboy murders, right? And I even used the word couples because in the movie is insinuated that they're couples because they're like having a picnic, they're making out, y la verga. In real life,
the first one was the car one, right?
Yeah. And then
the
after that
one
is the one with the lake. In the movie, they make it insinuate that they're a couple together. In real life, they were just compillas that had just met for a little bit. That could like they were just compillas chilling. They weren't actually together, right?
Yeah.
So that was movie bullshit. Other movie bullshit was the relationship between Paul Avery, aka Iron Man's, aka RDJ, aka Robert Downey Jr., his relationship with Robert Graysmith, aka Jake Gyllenhaal, aka Mysterio. You feel me? Their relationship is bullshit. They actually didn't meet up until they both left the paper.
No shit.
Yeah, they weren't hanging out together and going out for coffee and this and all this shit. And Paul Avery, he wasn't like a drunk fuck that who's like lost everything. No, he just like moved on with his life and had a wife and kids and he was chilling.
Neta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Grayson, you son of a bitch.
Robert Graysmith, I think he did lose everything.
Was he?
I think that was legit.
And they said at the end that he still has like a fucking healthy relationship with his kids.
Yeah, he still has a healthy relationship with his kids, which one that is separated through this all fucking obsession. Ordeal. And it's also mentioned in the movie that the killer would retreat and go and hide to Tijuana, bruh. So the motherfucker was around here in the 80s, bruh. Chilling, escaping, being a puto, way. Being chavato, way. He didn't fuck around here, though. I wish a motherfucker would, way. Si cierto, muy vergas, puto.
Oh,
crack.
He's gonna get lit up here in TJ.
Cuerno de chivo stuck up his ass, puto. Yeah, they don't fuck around with this shit here.
No.
So apparently in 2020, 21? Fucking recently, right? It was revealed by a group online that call themselves the Case Breakers. These motherfuckers are a team formed by ex-military, FBI, and CIA motherfuckers who know what the fuck they doing, right? Kind of cracked the case of the Zodiac Killer. So by linking his name to the ciphers and using forensics to match scars on his face, because apparently they had the sketch, along with evidence found in this homeboy's own darkroom, it was found that Gary Francis Post was actually the Zodiac Killer. He was also in the military, which was a main thing that was being looked for. Yeah, and if you use his name on the cipher, that's like the main code that you need to decipher the whole motherfucking thing.
Are you serious?
If you use Gary Francis Post is like the main code to use to decipher the cipher. There's definitely similarities between him and when he's younger. And I for one, buy this theory because the fucking cops and the FBI have not accepted this as evidence. They haven't said like, yeah, that's true. Which I don't know why the fuck, law enforcement hasn't confirmed this at all. Fortunately, Gary Francis Post died in 2018.
Oh shit.
So we can't do anything to his motherfucker who essentially got away. Whether it's him or not, conclusion is motherfucker got away with all these murders, bruh. Some of them a bitch.
The nose is smaller.
I know seas mamón esto. You wanted it to be picture perfect, dog?
Huevo?
It never is, dog.
I know.
He got the main thing on the forehead.
Yeah, that's
and
what you want to look for.
The boots were the same. Were the same size. All the criteria. He fits every criteria. His name is on the damn thingy majig.
The cipher.
Yeah, you need his name to crack most of the cipher. Con eso, way.
And the ciphers were crazy. Wasn't it like a point of the investigation that the paper was never like a standard sizes? He cut the paper himself.
Yeah, everything was so random and weird. A big thing in the movie is that they're trying to figure out the writing, and his writing doesn't match, and he's a lefty and whatever. So it's a very interesting movie regardless, but it does leave you with the mega blue balls, man. So that's why immediately after that, I'm like, no, I remember that this case was solved. I need to go figure out what the fuck. And I buy the fucking este fool did it. That's my that's because of the scars in the face, because of his handwriting, and again, like I said, they went into this motherfucker's dungeon and they found more evidence there. You know, they went to his dark room. Who the fuck has a dark room? I don't have a fucking dark room.
Photographers.
I don't have a fucking dark room. No mames. Take a pictures and you put it on the Insta. That's it. Done.
Point and click, motherfucker.
Yeah, but it took all this time to figure out because forensics and all this shit, it just sucked donkey balls back in the day. You know, he would even in the letters, he would make fun of them. It was like, hey, if you motherfuckers would have actually done your job and scanned the area, you would have caught me.
Oh, Simon, when he killed the taxi driver?
When he killed it, yeah. If you guys, like, the cops walked past the dude. He's like, if you would have scanned it, you would have got me. But now, shit. You can't even you can't even lick a donut on a on a fucking coffee thing and put it back. Shout outs to Ariana Grande.
What?
You never saw that when she licked the donut and put it back?
No.
Yeah, it's old, about like 4 years old. Back when she was a different skin color. She changes her skin color every year or so. I think this was like her orange face.
Holy shit! Now she's brown, right?
I think she's backing off. She's coming back to white, I think.
Oh shit! Well, okay.
So we claim her right now. But yeah, overall, what you thought about the movie Zodiac, bro?
It was fucking amazing. I loved it. I actually loved it a lot. Yeah, the blue balls hurt me bad.
Yeah, but I got you, bro.
The tension was thank you for that, because goddamn, the tension was perfect, and the acting was top notch.
It was nominated for a bunch of shit, but I don't see any that they won. They won for Best Director at the Dublin Film Critics Circle Awards, in the film festival, but I don't see no like Academy or any other ones. But they were nominated for a bunch of shit. Yeah, I was nominated for Best Action Adventure Thriller Film. Yeah, it's a good one. If you have not watched it, even though that we didn't spoil the movie at all, right? No, we didn't. But if you approach it as two separate things, I don't know, it might help a little. But just expect the biggest of blue balls coming at it, because you're like, pero what? You know?
Pero like,
because they never end up catching anybody. So you're like, pero no, like the fuck. And whether it was Fincher Francis Post or not, motherfucker got away with it. So I was gonna say kudos to him, but no, fuck that guy.
I mean, he's dead now, so.
Pues sí, güey, pero he killed 13 people or whatever. How many he killed? It's not fair.
I'm not saying it's fair.
It's not fucking fair, man. Motherfucker. Anyway, those were our thoughts on Zodiac. Make sure you leave yours down there in the comments. Let us know what you thought about it. Have you seen it? Did we give you motivation too? Did you know about the Zodiac? Any and all comments regarding the Zodiac and the Zodiac Killer, we will be down there in the comments responding as much as we can, which probably will be all of it, because we love to do that shit. You can follow me personally at Edward Paurazas, as well as my personal YouTube channel where I review video games, EYEWAII, as well as the Geeks, Flicks, and Joysticks podcast on the audio realm. As well, make sure you like and comment, subscribe here. As well, my ghostly friend at Jafel91. Missing anything? I don't think so. Let's mark this motherfucker off the list. I don't think I did that for the last one. Bling! Mark this motherfucker off. Anything you want to say to beautiful people? Pinche murderer, compa Felix.
Fuck this asshole.
Yeah. Always and forever. You do you.
Bye-bye.
What would be your murderer moniker? The ketchup assassin. You leave a little package of ketchup in their pockets every time you kill somebody.
That would be amazing.
Sounds like you.